How do the world's billionaires tell time? For billionaires, telling time is all about extravagant wrist candy that cost more than your car. I'm talking about luxury watches, the kind that can stop traffic, almost literally, and make watch enthusiasts weak at the knees. Today, we're peeking at the timepieces they choose to wear. From tech titans like Elon Musk to fashion moguls like Arnault, get ready to be surprised and maybe a little jealous as we unveil the most expensive watches of the world's richest men. We'll see if these timekeeping marvels live up to their sky-high price tags and maybe even discover a hidden story or two along the way. Alright, so the question on everyone's mind is obviously, who's got the most baller watch out of these billionaire ballers? Well, buckle up because we're about to reveal their most prized timepieces, one by one. You might expect them all to be rocking the most blinged out Rolexes money can buy, but that's actually not always the case. Get this, some of these billionaires are surprisingly low-key with their timepieces. Take Bill Gates, for example. The man who co-founded Microsoft, the guy who's worth more money than most countries, has been known to sport a Casio, the kind of watch you can snag for under $50. Now that might surprise you, but there's something to be said about appreciating a classic. Bill Gates is all about practicality, and hey, a Casio tells time just fine. But then you've got other billionaires who go all out. We're talking watches with price tags that could buy a fleet of those Casios. We're about to unveil the billionaire who takes the top spot for the most expensive watch on this list, but first, let's dig into some of the other interesting timepieces these super rich guys wear. 7. Bill Gates, Tag Heuer Professional 2000, $1,400. First, we're about to dive into the world of Bill Gates and his, well, let's just say, surprising timepiece choices. We all know Bill Gates as the tech titan who co-founded Microsoft, and for a while there, he held the title of richest person in the world. But despite his immense wealth, Bill Gates has a reputation for being a down-to-earth kind of guy. In fact, his everyday watch is a super chill Casio that costs around $50. Can you believe it? Now, there was this one time at a conference in the Philippines where Bill Gates showed up wearing something a little different. This watch had a sleek stainless steel case and bracelet, a cool blue dial with luminous markers, and even a fancy rotating bezel, the kind of thing you might see on a race car driver's wrist. It turns out, this was a Tag Heuer Professional 2000, a watch that can actually withstand some serious underwater adventures. Here's the most interesting part. Bill Gates apparently decided to have a little fun with the audience at this conference. He held up his watch and challenged everyone to guess its price. One lucky participant came pretty darn close, guessing $600. The actual price is $1,400. And Bill Gates, being the generous guy he is, actually gifted the watch to him. It just goes to show even the richest people in the world can appreciate a good value and a fun surprise. 6. Jeff Bezos, Ulysses Nardin Dual Time, $12,900. Next, ever wondered what kind of timepiece ticks on the wrist of the e-commerce giant Jeff Bezos? We all know Jeff Bezos as the founder of Amazon, a guy who revolutionized the way we shop. But what about his taste in watches? Buckle up, because Bezos' watch choice might surprise you. Unlike some other bigwigs, Jeff Bezos doesn't necessarily go for the most flashy or popular brands. Instead, he's been spotted for years rocking a timepiece from a brand called Ulysses Nardin. Now, this isn't your average run-of-the-mill watch. The Ulysses Nardin Dual Time Bezos wears boasts a sleek 42mm stainless steel case and bracelet, perfect for everyday wear. The real eye-catcher is the crisp silver dial with those cool blue subdials. That function actually lets you track a second time zone, super handy for the jet-setting CEO, I'm sure. Plus, it's water-resistant up to 100 meters, so Bezos can take a dip without worry. Here's the kicker. This particular Ulysses Nardin Dual Time model is actually discontinued, and estimates value it around a whopping $12,900. So Bezos isn't exactly going the budget route here, but it's definitely a sophisticated and functional choice for a busy entrepreneur. 5. Carlos Slim, Rolex Daytona 11652, up to $35,000. Next, we're diving into the watch collection of Carlos Slim Helu, one of Mexico's most powerful business leaders. You might be picturing a room overflowing with extravagant diamond-encrusted watches, but Carlos Slim has a surprisingly classic taste in timepieces. The crown jewel, pun intended, of his collection seems to be a Rolex Daytona 116520. Now, this isn't your average Rolex. Launched in 2000, it marked a turning point for the brand with its in-house chronograph movement, considered one of the absolute best ever mass-produced according to watch experts. Think of it like the Michael Jordan of watch movements, smooth, reliable, and legendary. The watch itself is a beauty, a sleek 40mm stainless steel case with a cool oyster bracelet. The black dial is clean and functional, with 3 sub-dials for keeping track of seconds, minutes and hours. Plus, it can handle a little water adventure, being water resistant up to 100 meters. And here's the surprising part. Although it's a Rolex, this particular Daytona can fetch up to $35,000 on the pre-owned market. So Carlos Slim might be a billionaire, but his watch choice is a timeless classic with a modern twist and an impressive pedigree. It makes you wonder, though, what other hidden gems might be lurking in his watch collection. That's a mystery for another day. 4. Warren Buffett, Rolex day date, $42,000. Next, we're setting our sights on the wrist of legendary investor Warren Buffett, also known as the Oracle of Omaha. Now, Warren Buffett is famous for his incredible investing skills and, well, let's just say a fondness for frugality. So you might expect him to wear a simple digital watch, right? Think again. While Buffett is known to own a variety of watches, his most frequently spotted timepiece is a true classic, the Rolex Day Date. This watch has a legendary nickname, the President's Watch. In fact, past American presidents like Lyndon B. Johnson and even Donald Trump have been seen sporting this very model. There's something undeniably presidential about it, wouldn't you say? Buffett's Day Date is crafted from 18-karat yellow gold, making it a luxurious and timeless piece. The fluted bezel adds a touch of elegance, and the iconic President bracelet completes the sophisticated look. The watch face itself is classic Rolex, clean and easy to read with that signature yellow gold crown logo and Roman numeral markers. Plus, it boasts a self-winding movement, so Buffett never has to worry about batteries. 3. Larry Ellison, Richard Mille Ramsey 05, $100,000 to $200,000. Next, we're setting our sights on Larry Ellison, the tech titan behind Oracle. Larry Ellison is known for being a bold innovator, and guess what? His taste in watches reflects that same boldness. While Ellison has been spotted with various impressive watches from Rolexes to Panerai, there's one that truly stands out, the Richard Mille RM005. This isn't your average wrist candy. Launched in 2004, it was actually Richard Mille's first ever automatic watch with a special date change function. But the real showstopper is the design. Imagine an 18K white gold case meticulously crafted to reveal the intricate mechanics of the watch. It's like a tiny work of art on your wrist, plus the sleek black leather band adds a touch of modern elegance. Here's the thing that makes this watch even more unique. It can actually adapt to your lifestyle. The RM005 boasts a special winding mechanism that adjusts itself based on your activity level, ensuring it keeps perfect time no matter how busy you are. Of course, with all this innovation and luxury comes a hefty price tag. The Richard Mille RM005 can set you back anywhere from $100,000 to a cool $200,000. Larry Ellison's watch choice is a perfect example of how a timepiece can be more than just a way to tell time. It's a statement piece and a conversation starter. 2. Elon Musk, Richard Mille 029 up to $250,000. Second to the last, ever wondered what kind of timepiece graces the wrist of the visionary entrepreneur Elon Musk? The guy's a tech titan, a space aficionado, and a true innovator. So you know his watch game has got to be on point, right? Well, buckle up because we're about to dive into the world of Elon Musk's watches, and it's a wild ride. While Elon Musk has been known to rock a super cool SpaceX chronograph he collaborated on with Tag Heuer back in the day, there's another watch that seems to be a favorite, the Richard Mille RM029. We're talking about a watch designed for someone who pushes boundaries, and the RM029 definitely fits the bill. Imagine a sleek grey titanium case and bezel housing a black dial with bold silver hands. The real showstopper here is the skeletonized design. You can actually see the complex mechanics working their magic right there on your wrist. Plus, it's got all the bells and whistles you'd expect from a high-tech watch, like an oversized date display and a special rotor that adjusts to your activity level. Here's the kicker. Depending on the model, the Richard Mille RM029 can range anywhere from $250,000 to nearly $500,000 for diamond-encrusted versions. Elon Musk's watch choice is a perfect example of how a timepiece can be an extension of your personality. It's a symbol of innovation, ambition, and pushing the boundaries of what's possible. 1. Bernard Arnault, Tiffany Patek, Philippe, 5749, then $6.5 million. So who holds the top spot for the most expensive watch on our list? None other than the world's richest person himself, Bernard Arnault. Bernard Arnault, the CEO of the massive luxury conglomerate LVMH, which owns brands like Louis Vuitton and Tiffany & Co., doesn't exactly go for the subtle approach when it comes to watches. His crown jewel, pun intended, is a truly extraordinary timepiece, a custom-made Tiffany Patek Philippe Nautilus 5740. Imagine this, the sleek, iconic design of the Patek Philippe Nautilus 5740, but with a stunning Tiffany blue dial, the signature color of the legendary jewelry brand. It's like having a piece of watchmaking history reimagined with a touch of modern luxury. Plus, this watch boasts a perpetual calendar function, meaning it can automatically track the date, month, and even moon phase for years to come. Seriously impressive. Here's the real kicker. This particular Tiffany Patek Philippe Nautilus 5740 is so rare, only one has ever been made. And guess how much it sold for at auction? A staggering $6.5 million. That's more than 120 times its original retail price. Bernard Arnault's watch choice proves that sometimes the most valuable timepieces aren't just about extravagance, they're about rarity, craftsmanship, and owning a piece of watchmaking history. So there you have it, we've explored the timepieces of some of the richest men in the world, from surprisingly down-to-earth choices to ultra-rare million-dollar marvels. It just goes to show there's a watch out there to reflect every personality and style, no matter your net worth. And hey, maybe there are lessons to be learned here. After all, a watch is more than just a way to tell time, it's a statement piece.